The Kaaba in Islam. What is the Kaaba? The Kaaba was a Christian church. The Kaaba used to have an icon of Mary, Christ's mother, as documented in a number of books. 1 Akbar Mecca by Ali's Reiki, printing 2004, Volume 1, p. 205. 2 Al-Maghazi by Al-Waqidi, printing 1989, Volume 1, p. 833. When the Prophet entered the Kaaba, he found many pictures. One of them was. When the Prophet entered the Kaaba, he found many pictures. One of them was of Mary and one of Abraham, so he put his hand over Abraham's picture and said, "Wipe all save this one," meaning Abraham. The Kaaba used to have statue of Jesus and his mother. Akbar Mecca by Ali's Reiki, 2004, printing, Volume 1, p. 200. I have been told by my grandfather, he said we have been told by Dawood ibn Abd al-Rahman from the son of Gorij and Suleiman bin Mousa al-Shami Atta bin Rabah, I did hear that you witnessed that the Kaaba used to have the statue of Mary and her son Jesus in her lap, and both were covered with beauty things. He said yes, the Kaaba used to have 6 columns and the statue of Mary and Jesus in the top of it. He said, do you know when it's destroyed? He said, by fire in the time of Ibn al-Zubayr, war between Muslims. In the coming list, we will see how the tribe of Hosea, the polytheists, did defeat the Christians and turn the Kaaba again into a pagan worship place, and made it revert to the old days of idol worshippers. First we will see what the Muslims believe about the building of the Kaaba. According to Muslims, the Kaaba was first built by 1. The angels, 2. Adam. Irshad Al-Aqal Al-Salam Fay Al-Quran Mazaya, Beirut, 1999, Volume 1, p. 160. Kaaba was built 10 times, first time by the angels, pace of themselves, and stories mentioned by Imam al-Nawawi, in the book of Tazib al-Asma wa Lugat, and mentioned too in the book of al-Azrachi that it was built before Adam. And then Adam built it too. 3. Seth, the son of Adam. Yuan al-Athar Fayf Yunan al-Maghazi wal Shama al-Wal Sir by al-Safi'i, Volume 1, p. 77, 1977, Beirut. The Kaaba before it was built by Seth son of Adam, it was a tent made of rubies, and Adam used to enjoy visiting it, and it was at that time in India. 4. Abraham and Ishmael. Described in a very long hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari. Book 55, Hadith 583. 5. The Giants. Fatha al-Bari Fay Shari Sahih al-Bukhari, Volume 6, Book of Ahadith, Beirut, Lebanon, 1953, p. 464. According to the story of Ayyub bin al-Sa'ib, their roots go back to Jurhum tribe. 6. The tribe of Jurhum, they became Christians before Islam, according to the Book of Fatha al-Bari Fay Shari, Sahih al-Bukhari, Beirut, Lebanon, 1953, Volume 6, p. 548, Book of Makab, Sahih al-Bukhari, Book 40, Hadith 556. The Prophet said, "May Allah be generous to the mother of Ishmael. If she had left the water of Zamzam spring as it was, or said, if she had not used that spring, it would have been a flowing stream." Jurhum tribe came and asked her, "May we settle at your dwelling?" She said, "Yes. However, you have no right to possess the water." They accepted. 7. The tribe of Hosea, who had kicked the tribe of Jurhum out of Mecca and took over the Kaaba for more than 300 years. Fatha al-Bari Fay Shari, Sahih al-Bukhari, printing 2,02, Beirut, Lebanon, 1953, Volume 10, p. 32. Fahira, daughter of Umaro ibn al-Harith ben Mudad al-Jurham, her father was the last one of the tribes of Jurham as a ruler of Kaaba, and there was a war. Was the last one of the tribes of Jurham as a ruler of Kaaba, and there was a war between Jurham and Hosea until the war ended with Hosea winning and kicked them out of Mecca. Therefore Hosea took over the Kaaba for 300 years. 8. Qusay, the son of dogs, Muhammad's forefather, who kicked Hosea, first man of the Quraysh tribe, out of Mecca. Book of Fatha al-Bari Fay Shari Sahih al-Bukhari, Beirut, Lebanon, 1953, Volume 6, p. 548, Book of Makab. Qusay did win and took over the Kaaba, and he gathered all the clan of the sons of Fahir, tribe, and forced them out of Mecca. Qusay, the son of dogs, added 2 statues to worship next to the Kaaba. Sahih Muslim Bisharh al-Nawawi, Volume 9, Book of Hajj, Beirut, Lebanon, 2006, p. 401. The man, his name was Isaf ben Baqa or ben Umar, and the woman was Anayla bent Zeeb or bent Sahel. They were both from Jurham, and they committed inside the Kaaba adultery, so Allah turned them both to 2 statues, so they were placed next to the Kaaba, and it was said placed on the Safa and Al-Marwa, 2 places Muslim have to visit in Hajj pilgrimage. See Quran 2, 158. So Qusay, the son of dogs, placed them both next to the Kaaba and sacrificed to them the 2 statues, and forced people to worship them. 9. The tribe of Quraysh built the Kaaba 5 years before Muhammad became a prophet. Book title Fayd al-Qadr, printed in 2000, Egypt, Volume 1, p. 639. The Kaaba was rebuilt when the Prophet was 35 years old. 10. Abdullah ibn al-Zubayr in the Islamic year 65, 684 AC. Book of Al-Kamil Fay al-Tariq p. 362 by Ibn Athar. 11. Al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf al-Thaqafi, who destroyed the Kaaba totally and rebuilt it again. The Kaaba was covered by garbage. Book of Al-Bidayah wa al-Nihaya, by Ibn Kathir, Volume 8, p. 246. 12. The Ottoman Sultan Murad, year 1630 AC. But the Muslims claim that the Kaaba is the first house built in the world by the angels of God can be easily refuted by reading some of the Muslims' texts such as Tafsir al-Labab by Ibn Adel al-Anbali, Volume 4, p. 225. According to Ali, a man said to him, "This is the first house." He replied, "No. There was before it houses, but this is the first house that was made for mankind. And it has guidance and mercy and blessing. And the first who built it is Abraham, then the people of the Arab, from them the tribe of Jurham. Then it was destroyed, then it was built by the giants, and they are kings from the children of Amalek, the son of Sam, the son of Noah. And then it was destroyed again and built by the tribe of Quraysh." The point of showing you how and what Muslims think about their Kaaba, is to gain an understanding of why they think it's holy. Notice here that as long as they agree the Kaaba was rebuilt many times, it means it was destroyed many times too. At the same time, the Quran claims that Allah always guarded the Kaaba, according to the story in the Quran, the chapter of the elephant, Quran 105:1-5. 1. Had not they seen how your Lord treated the people of the elephant? 2. Did he not make their plan fail? 3. And send against them army of fighting birds. 4. Which throw at them stones of baked clay. 5. And made them like green leaf that has been eaten by cattle. This story is about an army of Christians, sent by the king of Ethiopia under the command of Abraham, a Christian ruler of Yemen, who wanted to destroy the Kaaba. Allah sent fighting birds to destroy this army, who were armed with hundreds of elephants. Even the Muslims call that year the year of the elephant, 570 AC. As we see by the date, this story claims to be not long before Muhammad's birth. The story doesn't make a lot of sense. Let us look at it together and see why. 1. There were never any elephants in the Arabian Peninsula. 2. Neither in Yemen. 3. The only possibility is that elephants were brought to what is present-day Saudi Arabia through the Red Sea. This is impossible, because no one at that time could have built such a huge number of large ships to carry hundreds of elephants, especially not thousands as the story claims. 4. Are we to assume that they had American aircraft carriers to fly them over and the elephants landed safely in Yemen? 5. How could they feed them in the desert? An adult elephant can consume 140 to 270 kilograms, 300 to 600 pounds, daily, but this number can change based on the work they do. If they do not work, less food is needed in one day. However, in this case they would need more than normal, for they were walking in a very hot desert and carrying all the war equipment and or men on top of them. You should know that after you leave Yemen, the land is just a plain desert. Nothing is green. Ever. The only way for them to make it would be to carry the food for each elephant with them. That would also be impossible because the elephant would only be able to carry enough for maybe one day. 6. Then we've got the water issue. How will they serve the elephants' need of water? They drink from 100 to 300 liters a day, and that's based on zoo life or wildlife. The elephants in our story need a lot more, for they are walking in one of the hottest deserts. How can the army provide them with the water they need to drink? 7. Where will they get the elephants enough water to spray themselves? As we know, elephants do not have a cooling system, they do not sweat, so they need to cool themselves, either by staying in water during the heat of the day or by spraying themselves with water. Remember that the desert of Saudi Arabia does not have trees to provide shade during their trip. 8. Why does this king need the elephants anyway? The Kaaba can be destroyed by 2 men. Even 1 man is enough to do the job. It's very easy to destroy a by 2 men. Even 1 man is enough to do the job. It's very easy to destroy a room. It was not made of anything as substantial as concrete at that time. 9. Maybe this Ethiopian king was a fool. He is an African who had never been in the desert before. 10. If the Kaaba was destroyed many times, as we showed that Muslims agree about, why did Allah want to protect it this time? 11. The Muslims might say it was destroyed by wind, or an earthquake, before. The fact is, this is false. I will ask some very serious questions if this later assertion is true.